I'm Teisha Bader with Shalom TV's news update for Thursday, February the 14th, 2013. Ynet reports a confrontation today between IDF soldiers and a crowd of Palestinians at the Gaza border fence. According to the IDF, one Palestinian was fired upon after he attempted to sabotage the border fence and after calls from the IDF for the crowd to disperse were ignored. It's always impressive to see how the rule of law operates in Israel. Ynet reports that 4 IDF border guards were convicted today of abusing a mentally disabled Palestinian man back in 2009. The incident took place at a checkpoint near the Jewish settlement of Givat Ze'ev in the West Bank, when the 4 arrested the man and placed him in their Jeep and then proceeded to beat, curse, and pour water on him and unleash their dog on him. All 4 were convicted of abuse, and one was convicted of aggravated assault. The presiding judge in the case said the sum total of actions cannot be understood as one single act of assault. And speaking of the victim, he said the officers closed in on him, controlled him, and left him without the ability to resist. These acts aimed only to hurt and humiliate, hence the abuse conviction. The Times of Israel reports that Germany has offered to help Israelis who find themselves in trouble in countries with which Israel does not have diplomatic relations. Though no formal agreement has yet been signed, officials from both Israel and Germany discussed the initiative in Tel Aviv this week. The offer was presented by the German Foreign Ministry's Director General for Legal and Consular Affairs, Franz Josef Kremp. It would include help for tourists who have lost money, travel documents, or cell phones, or have become sick or injured and need to fly back home, as well as taking care of prisoners and repatriation of the bodies of Israelis who die abroad. Germany's ambassador in Israel, Andreas Michaelis, told the Times of Israel, on the background of their very painful history, Germans and Israelis achieved the miracle in building a friendship. We want to expand and deepen this friendship, he said, even regarding concrete issues of daily life. Further saying, if we as Germans can assist Israeli citizens abroad where the state of Israel is unable to, this for us would be a great sign of trust. Vice President for Public Policy and Director of the Washington Office for the Jewish Federations of North America, William Daroff, testified today about the importance of charitable tax incentives during a hearing before the House Committee on Ways and Means. Daroff said the JFNA knows firsthand that tax incentives do result in increased charitable giving, and said that they oppose proposals that would either limit the value of the charitable contribution deduction or impose a dollar cap on the total of tax expenditure items, saying that would cripple the Federation's ability to provide needed social services to those who need it most. Daroff said perhaps the primary tzedakah of JFNA is to assist Jewish federations as they inspire members of the Jewish community to fulfill our religious duty to be charitable, tzedakah, and to fulfill our collective responsibility to build community and improve the world, tikkun olam. Although it is true that the importance of these principles transcend the tax code, Daroff said, and incentives such as the charitable contribution deduction, we also recognize that such provisions permit many of our donors to extend their levels of generosity. It is these contributions that truly are the lifeblood of the Jewish Federation system. And the Jewish Federations of Northern New Jersey is co-sponsoring an interfaith event this President's Day in Hasbrook Heights. 8 faith communities will gather and break bread together this Monday at the Interfaith Brotherhood Sisterhood of Bergen County Breakfast, marking the 27th annual gathering that celebrates how peoples of different faiths can find common ground and respect each other's differences. Joining members of the Jewish community will be members of the Baha'i, Catholic, Hindu, Islam, Jain, Protestant, and Sikh communities. The event is being facilitated by Jewish Federation of Northern New Jersey's Jewish Community Relations Council. And finally today, the Union for Reform Judaism is kicking off 2 events tomorrow on the West Coast, focused on youth engagement. The North American Federation of Temple Youth, or NIFTY Convention, and the Youth Engagement Conference. Both run from February the 15th through the 19th in Los Angeles. And they'll bring together 900 Jewish teens and more than 125 professionals and lay leaders who work with youth. During the Nifty convention, teens will learn leadership skills and share ideas with their peers from around the world. The Adult Youth Engagement Conference will bring together youth professionals, clergy, and lay leaders of the Reform movement to learn, network, and share ideas on how to nurture and grow youth programs. These events are just a part of URJ's campaign for youth engagement, which is focused on working with Reform congregations to find new ways to keep teens and families engaged in their communities. And that's Shalom TV's news update for Thursday, February the 14th, 2013. I'm Teisha Bader. We'll be celebrating President's Weekend, and I'll be back with you on Tuesday. Have a Shabbat Shalom.